and welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have a look at another Sailfish OS related topic, or better to say an app for Sailfish OS, which is a diary app for 2024 maybe, we will see. It's called Captain's Log. And yeah, it's the end of the year more or less. We have, I think, the 30th of December at the moment, so it's very close to the end of the year and semester. So I thought, hey, why not start a new diary in 2024? Maybe somebody wants to do that. And like that, I just found a new app in the App Store. It's available in OpenRepos and it's available in the normal App Store, the Jolla one. And like that, you can really download it and use it for everything. As always in these episodes, I'm going to use my Sailfish empowered Xperia 10 Mark III from Sony. And it's going to be the smartphone which is going to do everything we are seeing in this episode. I'm using my laptop, which is standing at the side here, so this one. It's connected to the display, or better to say to the TV at this moment. You can see here by HDMI, and it's going to get all the information from the smartphone using an app called Screencast in this case. And like that, everything that you see on the big screen is what is going on my smartphone, and of course it's created by the smartphone itself. There's a little bit of lag going on with that, but yeah, it's okay for such a thing what we are doing here. Everything is fine for that. And yeah, let's start with the first part. So first off, I'm going to go to my web browser where I'm opening up what you can see on my smartphone here. So if I do something, you can already see there's a little bit of a lag there, but it's really, pretty okay, I think. And so we can just show everything that is all going on my smartphone. And of course, I am going to turn around here and show you everything on this part too. I hope you can see everything now. And so you can see there's a little bit of a delay, but it's not about the smartphone being too slow or something. It's just because of this technology. So everything is running smooth on my smartphone itself. It's only the screencast technology which is going to introduce a couple of milliseconds of lag. Okay, so first off, how to get it? Just go into your store, and it can be the Jolla store or the Storeman. It doesn't really matter which you are going to use. It seems like both versions are the same. At least if you go to Storeman, you should have a look at the refreshed one or something like that. It's called like that. So let's have a look there. Just to show you what I'm talking about. So if you go in here and type in Captain, hopefully that's enough, at least if I'm writing it in the right way. So let's see. Yeah, there we are. There are two options here. So one which is much older, don't use that. Use the Captain's Log updated one. So this one is from June 23 in the end, in this case. And as you can see, we can go over to the Jolla store too. There you will only find the new version, I think. Give it a couple of seconds. Now, if we go in here, go in. Yeah, as you can see, here is only one version. This is a new one, as I can see from the icon at least. And so it really doesn't matter which one you're going to use. Or where you are going to get it from. Of course, if you are in the Jolla store, for instance, you are just going to go in here, select the one. Here you can read everything about the app. It's a pretty nicely designed one, I think. And then you can just go to the upper menu there, and if I wouldn't have installed it already, you would get install here or get repository. It depends which kind of one you are using, if you're using the Storeman GUI or if you are using the Jolla one. And in the end, just install it, and after that, you are going to find it in your All Apps list down here, Captain's Log. If I click on that, you can already see it's going to open up everything. And now, in the end, it's a very simple app, but with a couple of powerful features which makes it much better than, for instance, just writing in a document viewer or Word or something like that. So first off, to create something, just go to the right, then you can create a new entry here. As you can see, you can now select, for instance, your how you are feeling in the end. So is it fun or a very, very fun day today, or is it just a bad day, or something in between. So okay is of course the default in this case, and let's say we are in a good mood or in a very good mood. Depends on what you want to do. As you can see, he's going to save the date you are writing this into, and of course you can now write something. Or if you already installed, which I highly recommend for something like this, the voice recognition keyboard, which I will post a link in the description box below. If you didn't know how to, or if you don't have it at the moment. So in the end, install that, and now you can really just say something. Say something. Okay, it's of course German, so he's not going to understand me if I'm talking to him in English in this case, but still you could, for instance, put in something like that with the voiceover or the voice recognition software here, and then put it in. So let's call it entry 1. Of course you can type if you want to. It doesn't matter. And then you of course can say just say something. I'm not going to put in anything real now for this example, but I'm just going to put in just a little example in this case. And the interesting thing I want to show you here is that you can, for instance, activate something like Schlagwort in German, which would be tags or something in English. So for instance, let's say we are going to go, I don't know, sailing today. I'm not. But still, you can, for instance, put in sailing in this case and have one of those in here. And if you then go to save, you can see that everything is saved like this. And there are a couple of different very interesting things. For instance, you can put in this to favorite it, so it's much easier to find later on, because one of the greatest things of this app is that you can use the search. And the search is a pretty extensive one where you have a couple of different options here. So for instance, you can of course just search for the content and for the keywords, or Schlagworte in this case. And of course you can have a couple of different other things like this, for instance. You can even search for, with, for instance, something like, you don't know what was written there, so you can use something like a wildcard to search for, which is a good thing. Problem is I'm not sure. Let's say something like this. Example should be in there. I'm not sure if we are going to find something, but I'm trying to. And there you go, we have it, because just an example contains exam. So the P was left out. So this is a wildcard search mechanism, so very, very helpful like this. And of course you can, for instance, go with a real regular expression. I wouldn't cope with this. As a normal user, you will have pretty much trouble to do this. And in the end, it's not that important. A wildcard search is already sufficient if you ask me. But you have a couple of other options. For instance, you can go for the marked ones. As I showed you before, the star you saw there would be something that you can use there. And of course, you can have a look at, hey, when was my mute, for instance, awful, like this one, or was it a good one, and how would I feel between something. And of course I can have a look at, for instance, when it was. So for instance, if you want to know, hey, in the last week I wrote something, I don't know what it was, but it has something like a certain word in it, you can search for that and really do it in a pretty extensive way. All the different spam mails. Of course, not the mails. It's all about the comments I wrote here, or the diary entries I wrote here. So it's not really about the diary itself, but the search functions are really what you are looking for, if you ask me. If you want to go to the settings here, that's a little bit of an interesting one too. So for instance, you can more or less put in a login security code here, so that nobody can really access this but you. Very important, it's written there, the database itself isn't encrypted in any kind of way, but it's only the app. So if you are going to use the app itself, you can save everything you write in here. But if somebody, for instance, gets a hold on your phone and can put it to, for instance, a computer or something, he can theoretically get that database out and read everything that is written in there. That's just for you to notice and to be aware of. And of course, if you want to, for instance, move to another phone or delete everything and want to have a backup or something, you have export possibilities too. So a very nice app, I would say. Just try it out if you like this kind of thing. And for instance, maybe you want to create your own diary for the next year, which is starting at the moment, so in 2 days in the end. And maybe you want to start a diary for that, and for that, this app is really a nice one. As mentioned before, you will find, of course, all the different download links and stuff like that in the description box below. Other than that, thank you for watching. Have a great New Year's Eve and whatever you call it, and I hope you have a great start into the new year now. Of course, if you like this app or this video, please give it a thumbs up here. If you want to subscribe, do it now, because why not? It's really free of charge and you're not going to have any kind of problems with it in general. And of course, you can subscribe any kind of time you want. So just press a button. It's really helping the channel to get more awareness, and so Sailfish OS to get more awareness, which of course is a good thing. Other than that, thank you for watching. Have a great time, have a great day. We will see us in the next year with a new episode. And then, till then, bye and bye.